Cooper, which I heard was... And they're home. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new, welcome. My name is Monica, and today's video is a log. I asked 3 of my bookish friends, Tori from Novel Life, Jess from Peace Love Books, and Christi from Christi Reads a Lot, to each recommend me a book that they gave 5 stars to, that they think I would love, and they absolutely came through for me. I am happy to say I'm actually filming this intro before I actually read any of the books I'm going to be starting today. But the first book that I'm going to read is Bourbon Lies. This one was recommended to me by Christi from Christi Reads a Lot. This one is by Victoria Wilder. It's book 1 in the Bourbon Boys series. This has been on my radar for a long time. I actually did put it on my TBR, but I didn't know if I was actually going to get to it this month because it is in ebook form. So Christi is making me read this and actually sitting down and reading an ebook rather than picking up an audiobook. So yeah, I'm actually very happy that she picked this one. And then I'm going to be reading Playbook by Rebecca Jenshak. That is book 2, and I want to call it the Burnout series. I don't remember what it's called, but it's I loved Burnout. I gave it 5 stars, and I will be listening to the audiobook. Now that I'm looking at it, it's the Holland Brothers book, and this is book 2 in that series. The narrators are Jacob Morgan and Juno Cooper. The last book I'm going to be reading in this vlog is Business Casual by B.K. Borson. This is book 4 in her Love Light series. I am going to be listening to this on audiobook. This was recommended to me by Jess from Peace Love Books. She gave 5 stars. She said that this is fall feels. I'm all about fall feels right now. So, I mean, a romantic suspense, a sports romance, and a small town romance. I'm all here for it. So come along with me. We're going to do some stuff. Hey guys, it is Wednesday afternoon and I am so tired, but it is what it is. So I finished Bourbon and Lies, and I really like the narrative. I like, if you hear the running water, Ralphie will not drink out of anything but the bathtub. We have to turn on the spigot for him because, yeah, he's so spoiled. Our animals are so spoiled. It's honestly very funny. Okay, so Bourbon and Lies. Lainey is, I think she's in WITSEC. Not officially, though. She witnessed something, and it's coming back to haunt her. In Fiasco, Kentucky, she meets Grant Fox, and Grant really liked her from the first moment. But I liked the way the romance was written. The suspense plot was really well done. We open up with what happened to Grant and when he was a police officer, because he's no longer a police officer, and he went through something really tragic, and we see it at the beginning in the prologue. I really loved it. I thought it was really well done. The pacing was good. My only thing is for the pacing was the very ending. I felt like after everything was wrapped up with the suspense plot and the whole bourbon stuff, you could have taken away some of it. Didn't need another scene with the cowboy hat. I was like, okay. It felt like it was dragging after that. But I actually didn't mind the epilogue. It was I think there was 30 pages past when everything was done, right? Didn't need those 30 pages. Up until that point, it was a 5 star. So after the 30 pages, I was like, and I think I'm noticing it because it's not an audiobook. It's an ebook. So pacing itself, I feel it more when I'm actually reading the ebook rather than listening to the audiobook. Although sometimes an audio can absolutely drag. But I'm seeing the percentage on the pages because I'm reading it on my Kindle. But other than that, I thought the suspense plot was really good. I thought the romance was really good. The character development was pretty good. I don't know if this is her first foray into writing, but she did a fantastic job. I'm absolutely going to keep up with this series. I'm giving it 4.5 stars. I can't say it's an absolute favorite because I needed it to end earlier than it did. Because I didn't need a couple extra sexy scenes, or at least that one extra sexy scene. It it wasn't necessary. And I was like, okay, can we move on? But the epilogue itself, if she had taken out that part of it and jumped to the epilogue, it would have been 5 stars. Absolutely. I'm also a little impatient right now because I'm just so tired. Like, it's been a day. So anyway, thank you, Christi, for the recommendation. I absolutely love it, and I'm going to continue on the series. I'm excited to see who's going to be... I'm excited to see the next book, like what's going to happen, because she did good. She did really good. This is a great find. I can see why everybody's loving it. So 4.5 stars for that. Now I'm going to be starting to listen to Business Casual by B.K. Morrison, Jess from Peace Love Books. She gave me this recommendation, and I am really excited to listen to this one. My library app had it. I had to wait like 30 weeks for it, or some... No, not 30 weeks. It was a long time. It felt like 30 weeks, but I'm being impatient right now. But I have a few more days left on my library holds. I need to get it done before it has to be checked back in. So I am going to go do that. I'm gonna start updating my Goodreads and my log and stuff, and I'll update you as soon as I have something to update. Like I said, I'm tired. My hair is a mess. I'm a mess, but I'm a happy mess right now. So thank you, Christi, for Bourbon Lies. I had a great time with the book. I can see why you love it. All right, I'll update you guys when I have something to update. So it's Thursday afternoon, and I am about 50% of the way through Business Casual, and now I understand why she called it Business Casual, why that's the title. So our heroine, she's a tattoo artist. She's opening her own shop and stuff. I feel like she's a commitment phobe. She says she doesn't have time. Charlie, who's the hero, he's actually very sweet. He's very attracted to her. Nova is our heroine. And Nova, I feel like she's more grumpy and he's more sunshine, if I have to peg anything about them. He really wants her. Like, he really wants her. And she's like, well, I don't know. I love the well, I don't know. Until she's like, yes, I can't get you out of my head, la 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 la. So that's where I'm at now. They're now doing a Business Casual where they hook up until he leaves, as sort of a business proposition, or friends with benefits, right? So that's where we're at. There's a thing going on with her and her brother because she feels guilty that she didn't tell her brother everything about the tattoo shop, because she feels like she does not want to let him down and all that stuff. So that's where we're at right now. I need to go run some errands before I go home for the day, so I'll be listening to this throughout that. And then my last book that I'm going to be reading for this vlog is Tori's pick, which is Playbook by Rebecca Jinshak. So I'm going to finish Business Casual either today or tomorrow, depending on what I can do. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, when I get another update. So far, I'm actually enjoying this. I am enjoying this. Is it a 5-star? I honestly don't know. Sometimes there's books where within the first 50 pages, I know it's going to be 5-star and it doesn't disappoint. There are some books where I think that's going to happen and then something happens and I'm just like, oh, okay. And sometimes it just slowly builds and builds and builds. And I was like, yeah, actually that was a 5-star. So this could be the 3rd. So we shall see. I will talk to you when I have something to update. Bye. So Business Casual, we have Nova and Charlie. I love Charlie's character. Like, he was living in New York, and he was basically trying to keep his dad under control because his dad's not a good guy, and he goes to this small town and he knows Nova, and they end up having this fling, but the whole town sort of knew they were having a fling, which I thought was very, very funny. I love the small town feel. I loved how her brother reacted to when he figured out that they were actually together. I'm not going to spoil that part because that part's so good. I loved the character growth in this. The character growth was so good in this book. I enjoyed the the whole thing. Like, this book to me is the best in the series, and I have to give it 5 stars. I mean, I have no complaints whatsoever. Like, everything was, the pace was perfect. The sexy times in that book was, they were good. I loved the character development. I loved the side characters. I loved the main characters. I just think this book was just really well done. So yeah. Now I started Playbook by Rebecca Jenshak, which this was Tori's pick for me. So far, I'm loving Playbook. She just confronted him for being a player and not just a football player because of what she was getting in her mailbox, her P.O. box. It's like, yeah, I can see why she would. Anyway, that's where I'm at right now. I had to stop because obviously I was at work, but yeah. Anyway, that is my update, and I will talk to you when I'm done. I probably, honestly, will be done tomorrow afternoon. I'm going tomorrow apple picking with my daughter. We're going up to the mountains, the Blue Ridge Mountains, to go apple picking because it's too early down here, but it's not too early up there, and I'm really excited for it. So we shall see. All right. I will talk to you later. Bye. Anyway, yesterday I finished Playbook and I gave 5 stars. I love Burnout. Burnout was one of my favorite books and from her, and it surpassed what I thought it was going to be for a Playbook. So London has a P.O. box, and she keeps getting like women's panties and other stuff in her mailbox from Brogan. She thought it was a pseudonym, but anyway, she finds him at a club that she goes with her friend. And she tells him off, and he is smitten right away. He tries to ask her out repeatedly, and she's like, no, I don't want anything to do with you. You're a playboy. I don't want anything to do with that. Eventually, he gives her tickets to the football game because he's part of the Maverick football team. So what Brogan needs most of all is a PR change, because he's just like, women come up and kiss him because he's that accessible to the women, right? And he doesn't usually turn down women. And it made him have a really bad reputation, which is causing the football team to be like, are you really being serious for his game and stuff? And then London, her sister's about to get married, and her ex, soon-to-be brother-in-law's brother. And so she has to be around her ex. And she's like, I can't do this. She made a lie up that she actually was seeing someone. So London and Brogan ends up coming together and make an agreement where they're going to fake date. And obviously it turns into more. Brogan is such a well-written hero. I loved how he grew as a character. He went from seemingly like no care in the world to actually caring about something and somebody other than his friend Archer and his brothers, because this is the Holland Brothers series. And I loved how London was able to pull that out of him. And he also got her to calm down a bit because she was a little uptight. I mean, obviously, there was some rightfully so reasons why she was a little uptight. The romance was really well done. It had a lot of heat for Rebecca Jenshak, but it was also simultaneously sweet. It was a very sweet romance. And I loved how London saw right away that he was a very sweet and compassionate guy. She saw through his facade very quickly on. I loved their characters. I loved their dynamic. I really enjoyed the secondary characters as well. I have zero complaints about this book. It is fantastic. I highly recommend the playbook. Now, if we go back, I read Bourbon and Lies, that it was from Christi, and I'm no longer in a mood. This is what happens. Like, this happened with me with Wisteria, okay? I originally gave that 4.5 stars, but now I'm no longer in a mood. I was like, really though, Monica? Yeah, that one's gonna go up to 5 stars. Now, Bourbon and Lies, I'm gonna keep it at a 4.5 stars. And the reason why is the last bit of ending. And that wasn't me being in a mood. That was me seeing the one thing that I did not love was the last few pages between when everything was resolved to the epilogue. I loved the epilogue. The epilogue was great. But there was a few pages there that I was like, I would have, if I was beta reading, I would have said, you don't need that. So, but I loved everything else about that book. And because if I had to compare it to Playbook, and if I had to compare it to Business Casual, that's the whole reason why. So Business Casual, if you remember, I also gave it 5 stars. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Christi. And thank you, Tori, for the recommendations. This was a very, very successful vlog. I had fun doing it. And if you made it this far in this video, and you want to let me know that you're here, please leave me an apple emoji since I went apple picking. And until next time, my friends, happy reading. Bye.